Alrighty. Just figured it's been about a week, so getting a little game dev sick. Testing out these new headphones too. Definitely have really good noise cancellation. Yeah, now I can actually hear myself talk. Okay. How's the audio? Good. All right, just wanted to do just a few things. Just for just some little things here and there. All right, so there's a bug here that I wanted to take care of. I was just playing earlier and I discovered a new bug. Landing in ship when jetpack is active, jetpack sprite does not go away. So just do a quick test of that. Again, I'm getting this. You know what? This probably also has to do with OBS. OBS probably destroys my frame rate a little bit. All right, just gonna activate the. So the easiest way to do that is to come up from underneath, and there you can see the flame is still kind of lingering there. Let me see if I can pause it on a frame where it, yeah. And there's the little jetpack flame. So I want to make sure that goes away when I land in the ship. So right now the only thing that actually gets rid of it is I think there's just a if jumping, turn it on or versus off if it's enabled. Let's see, jetpack. It's like a variable, specific variable name I have. Jetpack on. Jetpack on. So set state, setting state. So this only happens while I'm in the jump if jetpack on. And then it goes ahead and this is what actually turns it on and off. So it only turns on and off. So I can just turn it off when I land in the ship now. So where's the actual, so here, if state does not equal jump, this turns the jetpack off. However, this is the out of ship update. So as soon as I land in the ship, it does the in ship update. Land in ship, enter ship complete. So I can just say here, jetpack enabled is false. Just right, you know, jetpack on, false. That seems simple enough. And that didn't do it. So if, whoops, if jetpack on. Okay, so it must be in here where it turns it on and off, no? So there's nothing here that sets it to, there's no function call. Man, I just did this and I already forgot. Setting state? No. If jetpack on, turn it off. If jetpack on, do this stuff. Am I checking jetpack meter? Huh. So let's see here. Jetpack sprite. Let's see anything. Jetpack sprite. Okay, that sets that. Enabled. Oh, equals jetpack on. Where does this happen? Only in the out of ship update, right? So, simple enough. Move this to any update. Where's my actual updates? Right here. So it's part of like animation stuff, display related stuff. And there we go. Takes care of that. Oh, let me make sure that it actually fixes itself when I jump back out of the ship. Still works. Yep, sprite works. And all right, the next thing that I want to do is, so that was actually really easy. Let's see. Is this when out of jetpack tanks and player tries to press the jump button, show the empty icon similar to the Mayday. See just how it had Mayday there. I want to do the same thing for the jetpack to just whenever you press the button, it's just gonna flash the word empty next to the player, very similar to that Mayday thing. So if I go to player ship and I look for, oh, so it instantiates it. It instantiates it and keeps a reference, I think. So if I just, I think that's part of ship, right? So it has a, I know it has it somewhere. During crash explosion, is crashing. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Not much, man. How's the trip?
Good. Yeah, man. Just long driving.
Mm.
So yeah, it's just kind of getting my feet wet in this project again for the first time in a week. Let's see where that is. Where's that Mayday thing? Oh, it actually loads it from a resource. That's weird. I don't do that often. But it is a prefab. So I'm just gonna do that. I think it's, what did I call it? Like ships, resources, flashing objects. Where's the missile one? Weird. I'm gonna duplicate the Mayday thing. Jetpack empty. I'm just gonna add like a little flashing thing that signifies that the jetpack is empty whenever you try to use it and it doesn't, you know, it's empty. So empty, and then everything else is pretty much the same here. And then a sound effect would be like the error sound. Where's the error sound? Here. Yeah. it's gonna flash. So what I can do is say destroy on off. Destroy on next off. And then on timer, set active false. If destroy on next off, destroy late. What are you working on right now?
Just work stuff.
Ah. Yeah, let me finish this up. I just wanted this to be quick. I just wanted to jump in and do like one little bug fix, and I'm testing out some new headphones right now too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they sound pretty good. Especially your audio sounds really good.
Pew.
Unless you got a new microphone.
No.
No. So, just going to attach this to the player. Jetpack empty here. Just override. Oh, I don't want to destroy it. Shouldn't be destroy on next off. Huh. Stay off? How about stay off? Manual on. How about that? Then it has to be set to active. Object active or flashing object is the game object itself. Okay. Okay. So here we're gonna have also make sure that it does what I'm thinking. Sound effect on. Don't want to destroy that. It doesn't do if not manual on. It won't count the off timer. And that is when it turns on. So I can also do that on turn on there. Just in case. sets it to true. That doesn't have to be the case. Okay. Player here is going to have this with manual on. 0.3 is fine. Go back to there. Jetpack empty flash. I can make it public, but I can also just jetpack empty. Just grab it. Get component in children. No. Flashing object. I don't know if there's more than one flashing object. Find jetpack empty. Component. Flashing object. Okay. And then start off. Okay, and then I'll just have to player this thing. Where is this? Oh. Move this guy over here. Seems good. Okay, and this will have to revert. And then if you're not jumping in every other state, where's that down here? Jumping. If you're not jumping, turn jetpack off. If control jump and jetpack available, on equals true, acceleration that. Else if not jetpack available, control jump. If jetpack available, be normal, otherwise jetpack empty flash dot turn on. Maybe that'll work. Turned on like once in the beginning. It's not bad, it's a little big. Alright, it's better. Just looks a little weird, but I think it works well. The only weird thing is that it turns on like right away, which is weird.
See?
Huh?
You see?
Oh, yeah. Just need to adjust this like, well, I can go in here and
You can run into ammo now, or is that for your jetpack?
Yeah, that's the jetpack. So I gotta be able to see the text here. Just that looked a little weird. It's also maybe a little big, but if you look, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna just tighten it up a little. All right, I'm gonna use that for now. And then you'll kind of see it. The weird part is that it kind of appears really fast right at the start, but so hold on, let me use it up. So you can see the meter there on the left.
Yeah. That's a lot you get.
Now when I try to use it, that kind of happens.
Oh, I see. Does it stay on as long as you're pressing it?
No, I mean, you only get one press, so I can like press and hold, right? And it just disappears. And if you want, if it like, to make it appear more, it'll like, I mean, every time I press it, if I just continuously press the button, it'll turn itself on, right? And then once I stop pressing for like, I don't know, or even if I hold down the press, right? Because it only goes on key down, right? Not on hold. So if I press and hold, it'll disappear also. Or if I stop pressing for like a third of a second, it goes away. And it makes a little error sound like, but you don't hear that.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I think maybe the text is a little big, but it's fine. It's the same thing that happens when the ship is like in Mayday state, right?
I think it could stand to be a little transparent also.
Say it like that. It's the exact same thing.
That's cool.
Cool. Yeah, there's a lot of little things I want to do.
Ooh. I mean, it's already like a lot, like exponentially better than the previous iteration.
Hell yeah.
There's a lot of nice little touches for like user experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I mean, I've learned a lot in the last 8 years. And I've also been able to like make myself be better at working through those things, because a lot of times back then I would get stuck and then I would like put that thing off and then I would put the whole project off, and then it like starts to things start to like fade away because I just got too lazy about one tiny little thing. And now it's like, oh, I see that thing and I'm like, I just gotta do it. And I'm like, fuck. And like when I rationalize things in my head, like, it would be so much better if I did this, but like, it's so much work. But like, yeah, it is so much better. So,
Right.
like the amount of work you put in versus, like you said, exponential amount of.
Exactly. Like I think for you most recently it clicked the most right when you did the sound effects, because you were even talking about it, like you were even saying it like, oh man, like I didn't even believe that it would do that much, but as soon as I added this, like just these little sound effects, like everything is different.
Oh yeah, I mean, and all it is like you can't hear it, but like it's like his little footsteps and like jump sounds. Like when you press the jump button, it does like a psh, like a sound,
Oh
right,
yeah,
of him jumping, and then like when he lands, it makes a little sound, and
I bet we're messing with that right now.
it's almost like what you just feel it more when you press those buttons and like move around. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's
like
really
I just added clouds, like moving clouds to the environment here.
That's very cool. Do they like pass over, I guess?
Yeah, so like there's 10 clear, let me so I did this the other day. There's like 10 clouds that randomly generate within a window. They're like
Oh, I see.
semi-transparent. They each get their like you know, it can overlap, and that's a cool effect too.
Yeah, no, that looks good. There's kind of a lot of them, and maybe
Um,
like they would look better bigger, but
yeah, I was thinking about that too, but I also don't want it to be like one whole image that takes up like half the screen.
true. It might also look cool if you supplement them with um, equal for each cloud have an equal shadow. Some games do that, and it looks really good.
Hmm.
So
The
the
cloud
ground the
and a
ground area is actually
shadow.
darker, and it's the same shape as the cloud. And it's like offset right by a certain amount, like by a lot actually, just to to show that like oh it's really far away from the cloud, right? It's not like right next to it.
You know, that's actually a good idea. I don't think it would be that crazy. I would just have to do another loop every time I make one and make another that is its shadow that has a depth of the
And
layer
the shadow could
below all
be
of the,
yeah, and the shadow oh
and it would be and that would
transparency
just
could
be
be
multiplied.
directly proportional to the cloud transparency as well. So a denser cloud would cast a denser shadow.
That's true. I don't have a randomizer on Phaser has a built-in get math random between this number and that number.
Mm-hmm.
Where I could take this further is I could also have it read from like a an atlas and
Mm-hmm.
take different sprites randomly. Um,
Sure, yeah.
like
I do that too. I take one of two different sprites, and then on top of that, randomize whether or not they get flipped on the x-axis, and then randomize whether they get flipped on the y-axis, and then randomize the size between a certain scale, and then randomize the transparency. So it creates like I don't know many different clouds with just two sprites.
yeah, this one's an interesting one because it's like a blitter. I don't know what you can tint blitters, you can rotate stuff like that.
A blitter. Oh,
Yeah, it's a phaser thing. It's a pretty interesting. It's like a very light, like not resource intensive way to render sprites. Their only purpose is to render.
mm-hmm.
You can move them, you can do whatever you want, but they're nothing more than just an image.
Right. They don't have to keep track of like they're not integrated into the physics engine and all that stuff. Right. It's just
Hmm. Right, and they're not even part of the update loop because they don't have anything built into them. You'd have to update them manually, which is what I'm doing. So when I create them, when I initially create them, I randomize its speed and I store that in another array.
mm-hmm.
So each cloud is supposed to be moving at their own speed. However, they all seem to be moving at the same speed, which is a bit confusing.
All right. Well, I actually did what I set out to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Hope everybody had a great Christmas, happy holidays, and won't be probably until after New Year's till I do another stream. So take it easy, people.